Right, buddy, welcome back to the latest news. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about Tony to Manchester United. There's also been some news on the players leaving and AMORIM's growing frustrations, as well as some other interesting developing stories around Victor Gyökeres, Rashford to Barca, Real Betis for Anthony, and much more. But we'll start off by talking about the story that came out from The Athletic today. And it said Ruben Amorim wanted Rashford, Sancho, Anthony, Garnacho to be all sold before July the 7th. Manchester United's brief yesterday about Rashford, Garnacho, Sancho, Anthony and Malacia asking to leave has not gone down well among the players and their representatives, some of whom dispute the claim that they have asked for a move. I mean, if you look at the list, which of those players might have disputed that they wanted to leave the club? The only one you could probably think about is Rashford, but his representatives know and United know that it's kind of over between them, so why would they want to dispute it? And then these 5 players, it makes a lot of sense why they would not be part of the travelling squad going to America for pre-season tour. I think that makes so much sense. I think they're players who in the future don't want to be at Manchester United, and the players who are just simply not good enough. They're 5 players who United can generate some sort of money for. I mean, for Rashford and Garnacho, it'd be pure profit whatever you get for them because they came from the academy. Anthony can hope to generate something, which we will talk about. But the fact that these players have disputed it doesn't make any sense because they should be leaving Manchester United anyway. And I think they know that for the better of their careers. I think Manchester United know that they should be wanting to leave. Now, the next thing, let's talk about the Rashford situation. So, Hansi Flick and Deco both united in the belief that Barcelona should be signing Marcus Rashford this summer. So that's coming from Graham Bailey. So listen, on the Rashford stuff, we know Barcelona is sort of the option for him, the only option for him really at the moment as well. With Nico Williams not going to Barca, he was more their plan A option. It does open the door potentially for Marcus Rashford to go to Barcelona. That's his dream move. It's the move he wants. I think it's the move that makes the most sense. I think Deco, who's obviously the sporting director, Hansi Flick is the manager. They do want to bring in Rashford. As I said, £40 million would be more than enough. And it's probably the right sort of figure to get Rashford out of the club. And I think that's a figure that makes a lot of sense. Again, we know he doesn't want to stay at United. And this is like the number 10 taken off him. Again, it's not the way he probably wanted his United career to end. But it's the way it's kind of gone, and I think he will leave. He will probably have a great career at Barca, but it's just not worked out for him at United, and that is very frustrating. But he's a player who, again, has done very, very well. England international, Manchester United player. I think Barca is the perfect club for him. And again, you can just tell from early on, really, it was never going to work between Amorim and Rashford, and I think that's something that, again, it happens with loads of clubs, and I just think he will be leaving. Barca seems like the perfect move at the moment. Next thing, Real Betis are hoping to find a way to re-sign Anthony on another loan. Now, on the Anthony stuff, you don't want it to be a loan. You want a permanent deal for around 25 to 30 million. He had a great loan at Betis the first time, and I think it makes a lot of sense for them to go in and sign him on a permanent basis. They probably don't have the funds to do so, but I've seen they have been selling some players, so we will wait and see what happens. Anthony, we know he wants to leave United. He's one of those 5 players, and I think those 5 players, Sancho, Anthony, Malacia, Garnacho, Rashford, are going to be the 5 that United should and will be focusing on getting removed. But yeah, on Anthony, Betis, if they can come back in for another deal, it would be absolutely perfect for us. It gives us some money, saves us, 200 grand a week as well in wages. I think that would be a problem though in order to get him to Real Betis. But listen, if they get him on loan, it's better than him ultimately staying at Manchester United. Now, the last 2 things, striker situation. Now, former Brentford striker Ivan Toney would be keen on joining Manchester United. Now, a lot of fans are keen on signing him. Obviously, he went to Saudi for that money. And listen, we've seen John Duran do it. He went there for a season and he's going back to Europe. I think he's gone Fenerbahce. I really do like Ivan Toney. I think he's a good player. Premier League proven. A very, very quality striker. Can easily score 20 goals. In terms of his age now, he probably would be... He would probably be like, what, mid to late 20s. He is 29. Yes, he's 29. So again, more on the experience side. Even Tony to Manchester United transfer list as 30 million bid considered after Victor Gyökeres numb. So this is coming from the Manchester Evening News. Even Tony has emerged as a candidate to join Manchester United this summer after reports linked the Al Ahly striker with the move to Old Trafford. He obviously left. He left the Premier League at the end of 2023 to go to Saudi. A fee believed to be around 40 million was agreed, and obviously we were interested in signing him before. Ruben Amorim is keen to add another striker to his squad this summer. Brian Mbeumo, Tony's former teammate, is expected. Report at the end of June insists that United contacted Tony's representatives to seek the conditions over a move to Old Trafford, with a bid worth 30 million being considered. It has now been claimed that United have been watching Tony for some time and his move is a possibility. So yeah, listen, Ivan Toney again, he is a perfect striker for United. Again, 29-30 is the sort of striker that we want, with the profile, with the experience that he has. As I said, for £30 million, it does make a lot of sense why United would go for that. Again, it probably would be pretty easy to negotiate, and you would probably want to come to Manchester United. He's that sort of option you want as that central number 9. I mean, imagine Tony and Mbeumo, Cunha, or Ahmad, with Ahmad in there as well, Bruno. It does seem very appealing at the moment, but could Manchester United make a bid? I think they should. I think in terms of strikers now, we know obviously Jonathan David's off the books. You've been linked to Ollie Watkins, who again, similar striker to even Tony. We've obviously got Gyökeres, which I'll talk about, and Osman doesn't look like he's going to join. Now, on the Gyökeres, does Sporting are willing to accept add-ons as part of the €80 million valuation of Gyökeres, potentially 70 million fixed plus a 10 million, for example. Certain Gyökeres, his future is still up for grabs. Again, all we know is he's going to leave Sporting. Where he goes, we've obviously got no idea. I think he will end up going to a Prem club. I think Arsenal or United seem like the main two, but again, you never know where he could end up. Again, he's a decent player. If you're picking between Gyökeres and Tony, I mean, it would be an interesting one. I think Gyökeres is definitely the better option. He's got that Premier League experience. Don't know Gyökeres, Tony's that better option, Prem experience. But then Gyökeres is a few years younger, ridiculous goal record, so it's all about finding that balance. To be honest, I'd be happy with either, but let's see what happens.